I actually do have some advice on this. So before I eat my little Smokies for breakfast, because I'm eating leftovers and they're delicious with my coffee, this is thank you for posting this, Jen, about jobs and people not wanting to work anymore. I just left my job after 12 years. I'm so depressed about it. I don't know what to do with myself. I turned 50 in October and I'm not sure how to start over. So I'm 56 right now. I lost my job of 25 years at around 50. I think I was just shy or just at 50. And I was there 25 years. It was not the career I thought I would have. I started it like on a fluke, and then I stayed 25 years because I did like it. I liked my clients, and I liked what I did. I liked how I could help them with their marketing and such. When I left, I realized very quickly that I should have been gone 5 years before that, and I lost that job because of what I did, not because of the company. It was not their fault. Like, I needed to go. It was time, and I needed to go. So I found myself wondering, what now? Like, I'd done this same job for 25 years. And then I got to thinking, because what happened was I tried to take that specific skill of marketing and translate it to a new career. Like, can I consult? Can I do all this? And I was working at the farm, like, very little. I was making kettle corn for them on like 1 day a week or 2 days a week. And it never even occurred to me to say, do you guys need extra help? Because I really love it there. I absolutely love being at the farm. And I hear so many employees of the farm that I work at say, like, I want to be here almost as much as, like, it's a home away from home. And when you hear that, you got to start thinking, what are they doing right? And maybe I can pursue this. And literally my brain went to, I love it there so much, there's no way I can make a job out of it. Like, my brain thought, if I love something that much and love being there, there's no way it's going to be a viable job. It's just a little fun thing I do on the side. That's how my brain worked. And what happened was, a friend of mine who has a dog boarding said, do you want to come work for me part-time? And I was like, really hesitant. Who can work with dogs as a job? Like, that seems like a dream job. Like, really, like, literally play with dogs, clean up after dogs. I do that anyway. I fostered dogs for years. I'm like, I don't have any training in that. She's like, you absolutely do. You've owned dogs your whole life. You've done, fostering. You've worked with rescues. You've done dog education. I was like, yeah, I guess I have. I put it back through the dryer because it wasn't dry. My son. 6 o'clock in the morning. Looks like The Walking Dead. So I started to, gotta gather my thoughts. Hold on. Not like a grown man in his boxer shorts walking to the living room to throw you off base. So I was like, okay, part-time, sure, I'll do it for fun. It'll be fun. And it was fun. And it was so much fun. She's like, you want to go work full-time? I'm like, is that a thing? And then I realized she's made a career out of it for years. She owns a business. Why can't I work with dogs full-time? So I started to do that. And then I approached the farm, and they kind of approached me. Like, can you drive a tractor? Yeah, it's been years, but I can do it. Okay. Can you do this? Can you do that? Yeah, I can do that. I can do retail. I can take care of animals. I have a background in animal care. Ta-da! Suddenly I have a full-time job where I work with dogs. And then I have a part-time job where I work with animals and I work with the farm, and I sometimes work 90 hours in 2 weeks. So well over 40 to 50 hours a week at the farm. At the same time, I have a full-time job. Why can I do it? Because I love both jobs. I see my accomplishments. I get to make things better. I get to make decisions that make my job better, make it a better experience for the dog, for the people at the farm, the visitors, all that. And then I got a part-time job at a nature center. I thought, why not apply there? I have the skills. I know a lot about nature. Sure, I have no formal training in nature, but I worked for the Corps of Engineers as a volunteer and as a youth, I don't know what they called it, but as a young person, I worked with the Corps of Engineers. I also used to work for the Mayor's Youth Corps, which was a group that worked with state and federal funding to build trails and things. So yeah, sure, why not? Here's what you got to do. Here's where it gets good. Think about the skills you have not within the box that you've been using them, but outside that box. So you can look at things like, I don't know what your job was, but let's say it was working on a computer. And your job was to data entry. That's it. Just data entry. And you're thinking, okay, what else can I data? Like, I can data entry for anybody, right? So I'll go find a data entry job. But you've also then become very detail oriented. So maybe there's a company out there that's looking for someone to not just do that, but to help them restructure how they handle that data, or maybe something completely physical. Like you're like, I'm feeling good. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I want to do something physical. So you get your foot in the door by saying, I can help you to fix your accounting system. I can help you restructure that. And in the meantime, can you maybe teach me how to drive the forklift? It's literally that easy. Sometimes you just got to look at all these skills that you have that you've put in a box. This is the job that I did with these skills. Take those skills and flip them outward and start looking at all these other jobs that take even a little part of that skill and ask to learn. Ask to learn. Get in a job if you're enjoying the people, the whatever, and say, will you teach me? Can I learn? And a lot of times they're willing to do that. And if you find a company that's just like, nope, it's just this, then it's probably not a company you want to stay in. Because if they just want you in one box and they're not interested in you learning other skills so you can multitask, sometimes it's not going to be a good fit. So this is really long, and it's to say, take those skills and flip them outward. You have skills that will apply to so many other jobs, and go beyond the jobs that you think of, right? Go beyond the retail jobs, go beyond the jobs that you've heard of, and start looking at the inner workings of larger jobs. You a lot of times go after the front-facing career path of a job. You see retail, working the cash register, working in the warehouse. There are a lot of times other jobs that go within the structure of that company. I work at a farm, and I make the kettle corn and I drive the tractor, and people see all that. But in the background, someone's feeding the animals, someone's mowing the yard, someone's weeding the gardens and making it look nice, someone's helping to maintain the tractors, someone's, it's all these little jobs that you don't see, because if a job is done right, if a company is taking care of their employees and they're doing things right, there's a lot of background noise that goes into making it look like that. If you've made it this far, I decided not to split it in two because that's obnoxious, and if you don't want to watch it, you don't want to watch it. But I hope some of this information helps, because I am one that switched a career at 50 years old, after 25 years, at a job that I thought I was going to retire at. And thank goodness they had the foresight to fire me so that I can move on and get jobs that I absolutely hope I can work. I just love them. But among all that, even if I lost all 3 jobs, let's say some fluke of nature, all 3 jobs go away, I now know it's possible to get yet another career, another job that I can enjoy myself. It's just another opportunity, as scary as it is. So I hope that helps. You'll be all right. Don't be afraid to take some part-time gigs. Don't be afraid to try jobs that don't sound like jobs, because sometimes those are the jobs no one else even thinks of, so there's a lot of opportunity.